Florida House Speaker Daniel Perez says he's setting up a select committee to look into redrawing congressional districts. Florida just redrew the map in 2022 after the last census. Perez's move comes as the White House pressures Republicans to draw in as many safe red seats as possible. Orlando Democratic Congressman Maxwell Frost calls the move voter suppression and says, quote, Republican leaders have spent years trying to rig our democracy in their favor, and now they want to draw maps to make sure to keep them in power, unquote. The Florida Democratic Party calls the move, quote, corruption, plain and simple, and says Perez is abusing his power to rig the system in favor of Republicans. This is all happening as Texas Republicans are in the process of redrawing their congressional districts to give themselves as many as 5 more safe seats in next year's midterms. Democratic state lawmakers left the state and went to Illinois to try and stop this. In Texas, 2/3 of House members must be present to do any business. And since they're not in the state, Texas law enforcement can't arrest them and force them to the chamber. Today, the FBI approved a request to track them down. However, it's not clear what role the FBI will play since no criminal warrants have been filed against the lawmakers.
So how does gerrymandering work? There are 2 strategies, cracking and packing. Let's start with cracking. That is splitting up groups of people with the same party affiliation across multiple districts. And with their numbers divided, these groups struggle to elect their preferred candidate in any district. When it comes to packing, which you can see right there, it is the opposite. Map drawers cram certain groups of voters into as few districts as possible. That packed group will definitely be able to elect their preferred candidate, but their voting power will be weaker everywhere else. Lawmakers on both sides use these options to squeeze out as many seats as possible.
Democratic state lawmakers in Florida can't follow the lead of their Texas counterparts, and that's because the Florida House and Senate only need a simple majority to convene and do business. And since Republicans hold supermajorities in both chambers, they can pass new maps much faster than Texas. Now, all of this redistricting talk started after President Trump and Republicans across the country raised concerns about the accuracy of the 2020 census. Today, the president directed the Department of Commerce to work on a new census that excludes undocumented immigrants from the population count. Historically, the nation has counted everyone in the U.S., but the president says his new version will be, quote, based on modern day facts and figures and will not include undocumented immigrants. This will likely face legal challenges. The 14th Amendment expanded the qualifications for being counted in the census to the whole number of persons in each state.